Your wife isn't who she says she is.
She's a wolf in sheep's clothing, that one.
Honestly, I'm embarrassed by all the fuss.
Juno Temple, part of an all-star cast in season 5 of FX Fargo. Temple plays Dot, a housewife apparently with a past that is about to unravel. John Hamm plays Roy Tillman, the sheriff in town. One scene that already has a lot of people talking is when Roy meets the FBI agents in a hot tub.
I think for Roy, it's very much a way to show who's in charge. And we shot that very early on in the course of shooting, and it helped a lot to establish who Roy is, how he tends to present himself, and how he is very comfortable in showing his power. That was what that scene was all about, and I think it conveyed it beautifully.
Fargo Season 5 premieres tonight on FX.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Ted Lasso star Hannah Waddingham invited her friends to wear their Christmas finery to see her perform, but they were puzzled by the wardrobe request since it was May. But that was when she taped her holiday special at the London Coliseum. The Emmy winner's Hannah Waddingham Home for Christmas debuts tomorrow on Apple TV. The show features her Lasso co-star Phil Dunster, along with Luke Evans, Leslie Odom Jr., and an 18-piece band. And celebrating birthdays today are Oscar-winning actress Goldie Hawn, she's 78, and Good Morning America co-host and NFL Hall of Famer Michael Strahan turns 52. That's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Melissa Adan, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Outside with live cam, and it's definitely feeling like the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. A cold front forecast. Cooler air has arrived, and it's a bit on the breezy side.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, everybody. 6 a.m. on your Tuesday, November 21st.
Thank you so much for starting your Tuesday with us. Yesterday, it was weird. It was 80 degrees. It was sunny. It was beautiful outside, but it didn't feel like the week of Thanksgiving. Seems like big shift today.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely there, and one day closer. Mike's got his bird thawing in the fridge, ready for the big family dinner on Thursday.
Yes, indeed. And the nice thing is, too, I remember in years past, the day after Thanksgiving, it's been like 75 and misty and kind of humid and all that. But yesterday's 82. It's the last time we see in the 80s for the foreseeable future, because it's cool out there right now, and it's going to be staying nice and cool and crisp, getting downright cold tomorrow morning with no wind out there. We've got those breezy conditions, as Mark was talking about, and a couple of clouds. We're looking off to the east right there, and now this camera's kind of, was messing up just a little bit. It's going to be a beautiful sunrise this morning. 55 degrees right now, 51 comfort. So very consistent temperatures, 49 in Los Maples. And like I said, we do have dry air in place, the clear skies, but we have this wind, which keeps the atmosphere stirred up and doesn't allow the heaviest, coolest air to settle down to the surface. Wind gusts, 37 right now at New Braunfels, 23 Canyon Lake, 23 at Port SA, and 25 up there at Kerrville. So it is going to be very blustery this morning. And then the wind, still windy this afternoon, but not as strong a wind this afternoon. Mold is on the moderate side, and throughout the rest of today, blustery this morning, sunny, low 60s. Then as we go into tomorrow, very cold start with no wind, perfect radiational cooling tomorrow. Still a gorgeous, gorgeous day tomorrow. More clouds on Thursday. Very small chance for a shower or two. I really wouldn't get too excited about any rain around here on Thursday. And we go into the weekend. Friday's going to be fantastic, but then more clouds will move in here this weekend. Couple of showers here and there, and it's going to stay on the very cool side. Then we have another front moving through on Monday. All the details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ, what's going on, sir?
Not much, Mike. Yeah, it's all this talk about food making me a little hungry right now. Yes, we do have a incident here, I-10 at Fresno. Still talking about this on the westbound lanes, and you could see that we have at least one lane here that has been shut down, being reported as a stalled vehicle right now. So it's not really causing, as you could see, any sort of traffic buildup. Traffic still moving through the area there on the far left-hand lanes, but you could see there westbound I-10 at Fresno, traffic being kind of held up a little bit because of a stalled vehicle. Speaking of that, we've been talking a lot about holiday travel. We do have a stalled vehicle being reported on the eastbound lanes of Loop 410 at Broadway. So if you're making your way in and around the airport, this is something to just kind of keep mind of if you are headed out in that direction. Rest of the city, things looking pretty good right now. For the most part, a lot of green on our screen. Again, no major incidents to tell you about right now. Biggest thing thing we're following here. Stalled vehicle, I-10 West at Fresno, a little bit northwest of downtown. Max and Mark, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. First course of the Thanksgiving meal for a lot of people is travel. Millions across the country will be flying to their dinner destination, including many who are passing through San Antonio International Airport.
Katrina Weber joining us live from the airport. So, Katrina, any sign of the dreaded word delay?
Thankfully, not here. Now, this is the kind of board that you want to see. Just about everything there is on time. And that has to be making travelers here very happy. Now, a lot of them have their minds on Thanksgiving, but Christmas is also in the air here at the airport. What I mean by that is decorations like that tree, they literally went up here in these terminals overnight. We got a sneak peek at all the silver and blue baubles and bows as they were being made. An Eastside business called a Dreamweaver Florist is behind the holiday decor here at the airport. They put together a truckload of decorations all by hand.
It takes a lot of good manpower and people with experience and knowing what they're doing. And I have a great team.
Well, this business has been dressing up the airport for Christmas for the last 5 years. And when I say they did all of the decorating overnight, I mean literally overnight. We understand that they started around 6 o'clock last night and then finished up early this morning, all to make this busy travel season extra special for people here at the airport. Reporting live at San Antonio International Airport, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
All right, Katrina, thank you. This morning we're tracking any potential flight delays as we get deeper into Thanksgiving travel. You're looking live at the FlightAware.com misery map. And I want to ask our producer, Colin, if you could tap on Dallas-Fort Worth International right now. Thank you very much, sir. Only a couple of delays there. And also, let's check on, can you touch on Houston Intercontinental? Thank you very much. There are also a handful of delays. Nationwide, folks, we're sitting pretty. Only about 30 delays and only one cancellation. Some of the busiest problems right now as far as delays. Fort Lauderdale International Airport, we're expecting some possible delays as the day goes on in places like Atlanta and Charlotte. Top story this morning, an arrest in the case we've been following for months. A man now in jail in connection to a deadly shooting back in May at the Pravat Social Club on UTSA Boulevard. The man you see here is 19-year-old Seth Rocket. San Antonio police arrested him last night. He was wanted on multiple warrants, including one for murder. This stems from an incident at Pravat back on May 18th when SAPD says an argument between two groups of people in the parking lot led to gunfire. A 21-year-old man was killed and 3 others were hurt. Rocket is the second person who's been arrested in the case. The first suspect, 34-year-old Noah James Patterson, walked in front of our cameras shortly after police arrested him, and you can see that video right now on KSAT.com.
Well, new details this morning on a San Antonio woman who says she is still looking over her shoulder for her ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend accused of assaulting her and trying to break into her home.
We first introduced you to Heather Martinez in March, shortly after ex Simon Villa disappeared. Nearly 9 months later, Martinez spoke to John Paul Barajas about living in fear that he could return.
He's going to kill me. He's threatened me numerous times.
9 months of watching, waiting, and looking over her shoulder. Heather Martinez says she now moves often, all out of fear her ex, a wanted man, will find her.
This is just a failure, another failure in the system, like failing everybody as far as like a cry for help and then a judge against bond.
Simon Villa was arrested for assaulting and stalking Martinez at the end of 2019. The physical scars have healed, but Martinez adds her mental trauma resurfaced when Villa was released from jail at the end of 2022. And then shortly after, police say he tried breaking into her home in February of this year.
The first time we went to trial, he literally said he was going to kill me. He was going to kill me and then kill himself. So, and I'm pretty sure he's going to make word on that. When he was breaking into my house, he wasn't going there with a gun just to talk.
Villa was arrested that night on charges of attempted burglary with intent to assault, along with felon in possession of a firearm. Yet, he was given bond. Again. This time with an ankle monitor. Berkine DA's office told us back in March Villa cut that off, and he's been on the run ever since.
I now carry a gun. Like, I have to carry a gun everywhere I go. Again, I had to move my house. I mean, everything's just been a burden for myself and my family.
Now, nearly a year after Villa disappeared, Martinez has this message for authorities working to find him.
I want him to be found so I can live with a clear conscience and go somewhere not thinking I'm going to run into him somewhere.
Villa's criminal history includes charges of assault and stalking, and that's all prior to being arrested outside of Martinez's home. Now we asked the district attorney's office why somebody with his criminal history would be given bond. We were told that judges are required to do so under the Texas Constitution whenever someone is charged with a new offense. Currently, there's a warrant out for Villa's arrest. At the Paul Elizondo Tower, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Texas State University in San Marcos, just up the road from San Antonio, signing a $3 million contract to host a presidential debate next September. This is the first debate held at a Texas college campus.
And as you can imagine, the students on campus very excited. Giving the inside look to Daniela Ibarra.
It's no stranger to challenges and victories. Texas State's Strahan Arena hosts basketball games, graduations, and on September 16th of 2024, the next president of the United States.
We're glad that we have the first presidential debate because we know that will be the one that will probably be the most watched one.
Texas State President Kelly Dampus says he wants students like Jared Olivares to get excited and involved.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. We were just talking about it too.
Olivares is one of several Texas State students who will be voting for the first time. He hopes to get to watch the debate in person.
People were talking about it. We're all going to miss class to go see it. I mean, it's going to be amazing.
Amelia Balfour is also a first-time voter.
I'm not really super in tune with a lot of political events, so the fact that it'll be so easily accessible is going to be really cool.
It's the first Texas location ever picked, and the only university in the state to have graduated a United States president, Lyndon B. Johnson.
We thought that we had a real opportunity to showcase Texas through the lens of the place that made him who he was.
The school selection came as a surprise to student Amari Walker.
We're not, UT or A&M, so I'm just kind of wondering why, but it's pretty cool.
As the arena prepares for an audience of millions, Olivares says his excitement is growing.
Bobcats show out. I hope, all Texas residents come out, and it's going to be a lovely day.
The university's president estimates that the debate will cost around $5 million when it's all said and done. He said he's going to ask supporters and alumni to help contribute to this historic event at Texas State. Reporting for GMSA, I'm Daniela Ibarra.
And it's not just Texas State. Along with Texas State, Virginia State University, they're going to be hosting the second debate on October 1st, and then University of Utah on October 9th. The vice presidential debate, that's going to be at Lafayette College in Pennsylvania, set for September 25th.
Time check, 6:10, 55 degrees.
What is it? What are we at? 9-game stretch now? Not great. Still to come, the Spurs struggling. The losing streak continues, approaching double digits. We're going to look at what comes next as they try to get a holiday win.
And after the break, kids across the Alamo City will have the chance to see these giant tortoises up close for the holidays. Mia Montgomery introduces us to them next.
I wonder how the tortoises are handling the weather changes. Yesterday, beautiful, bright outside, 82 degrees. What is your holiday travel going to look like? We're going to check in with Mike in just a few moments.
Just shy 6:15. Welcome back. One of the largest tortoise species in the world was soon called SeaWorld San Antonio home.
All right, our Mia Montgomery introducing us to two of their newest residents and explaining when the exhibit could open.
SeaWorld San Antonio is soon getting a new exhibit specifically for Aldabra tortoises, just like Poca and Toka.
Toka here is 58 years of age, and Poca is 44 years of age. And the Aldabra tortoise which is known as the longest lived land animal on record. One of the animals is a confirmed 191 years old this year. They do have the ability to get larger. They have the ability to get upwards of around 700 pounds. That's the largest Aldabra tortoise on record. Aldabra tortoise is native off the east coast of Africa. It is a tropical island chain, so it is very hot there. It's very hot, very humid. So most of San Antonio's weather matches right up with that. Aldabra Island is going to allow guests to do what we're doing right now. So it's going to allow for that Aldabra tour. So you're going to be able to go in with our Aldabra tortoises. You'll be able to kneel down right like I'm doing right now, give them a nice little neck scratch, You can let them, we'll allow you to feed them, take pictures, learn about the ecology, learn about the niche that these animals have in the wild, and some of the challenges that they have out in the wild as well, because they are a protected species out in the wild.
For more information on this exhibit or SeaWorld San Antonio, you can head to our website, ksat.com. Mia Montgomery, KSAT 12 News.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, there's got to be a joke here that we can transition from the speed of a tortoise to traffic.
It is a bit of a conundrum. It's a shell of a problem. 6:16, RJ is here with morning traffic.
Slow-moving turtles, a lot of ways we could go there. But Poca and Toca looking pretty good for their age there. Glad to have them coming to San Antonio. You know what else is looking good, guys? Traffic right now. Of course, it's a holiday week, so we have seen a lot of smooth sailing throughout this city as we look at some TransGuide traffic cameras here across the area. 90 at Medio Creek, things looking pretty good there. We do have a stalled vehicle being reported eastbound lanes, Loop 410 at Broadway, so this is around the airport, so something if you're headed out to this area, maybe taking a flight out here in just a bit, something to just kind of be aware of, but doesn't appear to be causing any major delays. And for the rest of the city, as we just mentioned right there, things looking pretty good right now. A lot of green on our screens, so we will take that on your Tuesday morning. One more quick look at TransGuide. Was that the Alamo Dome shot as I'm walking over here? It might have been the Alamo Dome shot. Yeah, love that shot there from TransGuide. And then we have another shot here, 37 Loop 410, 37 Fair Avenue. Traffic doing well today.
I have a quick turtle story. Growing up, my dad is serving Vietnam, living with my mom, sister up in Illinois. I had two pet turtles, Go Slow Joe and Hurry Up Harry. My mom was cleaning our apartment, set the turtle tank on the patio, and forgot about it.
Ooh.
It froze that night. Oh. No more Go Slow Joe and Hurry Up Harry. It was basically like she grabbed the tank and they were like, frozen in place.
Go Joe.
No go Joe.
Yeah. Hey, it's No Shave November. We're wrapping things up here. We've still got several days to go, though. The magnificent men of KSAT still growing facial hair for a great cause, raising money for 12 cancer foundations. If you'd like to donate, scan the QR code on your screen and to learn more. Also, go to ksat.com/noshave. Wow. Max Massey.
Did you get another donation?
We had a few trickle in yesterday. Everything stays up on my social media so people can just click it, make it easy. But look, guys, we're getting closer to our ultimate goal, $20,000. Thank you to everyone who has donated so far. Still have a few days left, about 9 days left that you can still step up, help out. Even a $5 donation makes such a big difference. Again, the competition's great. However, it is about fighting cancer.
Yep, and he's in first place in the country. Our team is, and Spivey made a still for you on Saturday.
Oh, you missed it.
With a QR code.
Justin did that yesterday at 9. He did. We had to deal with that for an hour yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, but he did get a
do one
donation.
together. We should do
Yes.
Make her.
Is Spivey in today? I need to have her make me a QR code. So, quick pet fish story, turtle story along with that.
If our producer allows it at this point.
I know. One time my mom, we had the little fishbowl with the goldfish in it, and she was cleaning and had rubber gloves on and filled up another bowl to clean out the fishbowl. Didn't realize that the water was just scalding hot, couldn't feel it, and put the fish in there. And
oh, no.
Oh, the soup.
It happens. Yeah, it happens. All right. Hey, look at this picture. Is this the coolest thing? Not only that ring, the sun dog, if you will, around the sun, right there over Fort Sam National Cemetery. That's just extremely cool picture. Thank you very much for that one. All right, here's what it looks like outside right now. And as you can see, we do have a lot of clear skies. It's going to be a beautiful sunrise this morning. And as far as temperatures going down the road, here's 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook going into the last few days of November and December, leaning toward still having some precipitation around here, which is good news. And then as far as the temperatures are concerned, still decent chance of being on the cool side of normal. Normal high temperature at the end of November is 68 degrees. So that means we would be staying in the 60s. And then even further beyond that, let me push this button here. You can see going a couple of more days into the month of December, still leaning toward or better than normal, than 50-50 odds of being on the wet side of things, and better than 50-50 odds of being on the cool side of things. So after so much heat for a while, it looks like Mother Nature is finally balancing things out. Here's the reason why. First of all, we've got this big trough, this hunk of cold air that came down in here with that front that moved through yesterday, and that's what's going to be sticking around, keeping us on the cool side. We're watching that low to try and move into the area maybe by Thanksgiving. Give us a couple little sprinkly showers. That'll be about it. And then we sort of get another nudge of cooler air, which is just going to be sticking around here for the weekend. And then going into the first part of next week, there is actually going to be another front that moves on through here. That's going to give us a reinforcing shot of some cooler air. Another one of these lows that wants to try and develop out there to the west of us, which would be a rainmaker going into the first part of December. It is windy out there, 23-mile-per-hour winds right now at New Braunfels, gusting to 37. 23-mile-per-hour wind gusts at Bulverde, so very blustery this morning. And then the wind will subside somewhat by later on this afternoon, but it's still going to be on the breezy side, and temperatures will only make it up to 63 degrees, so almost 20 degrees lower than what it was at this time yesterday, or yesterday afternoon, I should say. 63 again tomorrow. Beautiful. Big difference in the morning, though, because we won't have any wind overnight, and so that's going to get us down to 40 tomorrow morning. 50 starting off on Thursday on Thanksgiving with those extra clouds. That small chance for a couple little sprinkles around here. Kind of doubt it. Looks nice on Friday for all the shopping, for the Christmas parade, for the lighting of the Christmas tree. And then we go into the weekend. We are going to have more clouds around here, and there is a chance for a couple of more showers around over the weekend. And there's that next reinforcing shot of cooler air. So after yesterday's 82 degrees for a high temperature, all of these numbers, especially the high temperatures, some of the lows are a little iffy, but high temperatures are well below the respective normals for this time of year. A whole lot more coming up after this.
My husband and I have never been more active.
Shingles doesn't care.
I go to spin classes with my coworkers.
Good for you. Shingles doesn't care. Because no matter how healthy you feel, your risk of shingles sharply increases after age 50. But Shingrix protects. Proven over 90% effective, Shingrix is a vaccine used to prevent shingles in adults 50 years and older. Shingrix does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients or to a previous dose. An increased risk of Guillain-Barré syndrome was observed after getting Shingrix. Fainting can also happen. The most common side effects are pain, redness and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, and upset stomach. Shingles doesn't care, but Shingrix protects. Shingrix is now $0 for almost everyone. Ask your doctor about Shingrix today.
And welcome back. All right, last night, the first of two games between the youngest team in the NBA, the Spurs, and the oldest, the Clippers.
Spurs and Clips squaring off here in the Alamo City. Second quarter defense turns into offense. Keldon Johnson in the fast break. That was a nasty Euro step. Spurs trail by 9. Listen closely. A wave of boos. Can you hear it? There it is. Wave of boos for former Spur Kawhi Leonard. Now, there are plenty of open three opportunities in the game, but neither team shot the ball well from long range. Right after Wemby re-enters the game, and the rookie drains a step-back jumper, followed by a block on Russell Westbrook on the other end, although there wasn't a whole lot to cheer for if you are a Spurs fan. Clippers get their second straight win, 124-99. Keldon Johnson finished with 22 points. Is it Seti? Seti Osman added 17 for San Antonio. Spurs losing streak keeps going to 9 in a row. Ouch. They'll play the Clippers again Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
All right, really looking for a holiday win. I have a silver lining, though. I don't have season tickets like our RJ Marquez.
Right.
So if the Spurs do continue to lose, tickets are going to get cheaper and cheaper.
Yes, sir. 627, 55 degrees.
All right, speaking of RJ, we are taking a live look out at the roads with TransGuide right now. A lot of people out and about this morning. We're going to check in with him what you need to know before you head out the door.
If you're just now waking up, good morning to you. If you're watching us on your device, you're probably still have the covers pulled up right up to your neck, and it's cool and breezy out there. 54 degrees, a change from the last couple of days.
Good morning. 6:30 this Tuesday. It is November 21st. We are just a couple days away from Thanksgiving. You guys ready?
We are ready. I'm hungry.
I'm so hungry. The problem is, Mike, we're seeing so many of the videos of the turkeys, even you guys on SA Live yesterday, and the pies. We had a video earlier, them passing the pies around. My mouth started watering immediately.
Apple, pumpkin, pecan.
Yes.
Well,
You want me to power rank? What are we doing here?
I'm just saying, what's your...
Apple number 1,
Okay.
pumpkin 2, because you only have pumpkin this time of year, and then pecan 3.
Okay.
What about you?
For Thanksgiving, I'd have to say pumpkin, but pecan's pretty good. Got to have whipped cream on pumpkin, ice cream on pecan. Anyway, as you can see, we do have a few clouds out there this morning, and that's helping to hold temperatures up. The little bit of a glow right there, and temperature right now stands at 55 degrees. So between those couple of clouds and then the fact that we do have a wind that's keeping the atmosphere kind of stirred up, so not allowing us to get as cool as we could. Very dry air, though, moved in. Of course, we had all that humidity yesterday morning, but that front moved on through. Yes, it did heat up even after the front moved through. We got up to 82 degrees. We're not going to see anything near that for the foreseeable future. 50s all around the area with the exception of Lost Maples, and it is windy out there. 23-mile-per-hour winds at New Braunfels, still gusting to 37. Hang on. I mean, you might find your garbage can down the road. Hopefully, all those inflatable decorations, you deflated them overnight. Lost Maples, 25-mile-per-hour wind gust, and is going to be pretty blustery this morning, and then wind is going to subside later on today. Mold is on the moderate side, and throughout the course of the rest of the morning, we are going to have some clouds hanging around here. Temperatures are going to make it up in through the 50s to 60 at noon, and then we only gain a couple of more notches after that. 63 degrees for a high temperature, so nearly 20 below yesterday's high. Very cold tomorrow morning, and as far as high temperatures are concerned, it's going to stay nice and chilly all the way through the Thanksgiving weekend. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. RJ, what's going on with traffic?
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike, by the way, on that. Your pie pumpkin rankings there. Pecan year-round. But pumpkin with whipped cream, really good there. Speaking of traffic right now, guys, traffic looks great out there. If you got to head out, maybe doing some early travel, maybe just trying to get out a little bit early to work. We do have an accident being reported on Wurzbach Parkway, Perrenbeitel, so not on any of our major highways, and not seem to be causing any major delay. So we've been talking a lot about holiday travel. Well, here's a look at some gas prices you're going to be heading out over the next couple of days or so. Hopefully these stay the same here. We actually saw gas prices drop here in Bexar County down to $2.65. Now that's pretty good compared to the rest of the state, $2.77. And look at this compared to the rest of the country. Our gas prices are looking good there. $3.30 for average gas price there for a regular gallon of unleaded gasoline. One more quick look here at TransGuide traffic cameras. You see I-10 Hildebrand traffic moving smooth there. 1604 Military Drive. We have smooth sailing throughout the city of San Antonio. Max and Mark, back to you guys.
RJ, it's tougher to swallow than dry turkey. The thought of flight delays.
So this Thanksgiving week, expect to be one of the busiest on record for air travel. Katrina Weber joined us live from San Antonio International Airport.
Now, Katrina, you say there's some possible speed bumps in sight for airport travelers?
Well, that's right. Just the sheer number of people who are flying during this week could cause delays. You add to that some of the bad weather forecasted for other parts of the country, and some travelers could be in for trouble. Now, here at San Antonio International, a lot better news. No flight delays that we've seen so far. It's kind of slow here right now, but it has been busy and is going to pick up again later. Now, the airport, there's another reason that people here may be feeling a bit festive in addition to the good news at this airport. Well, that's these holiday decorations, which literally went up overnight. A business called Dreamweaver Florist is behind all the bows and baubles here at the airport. They've dressed up the airport in silver and blue this year. It took about 10 people and 2 weeks to create the truckload of decorations, and they put them up, all of these up overnight with the help of airport staff.
It's a good feeling to know that people are coming from all parts of the earth and the countries, and they get to come to San Antonio and see what we do in San Antonio and celebrate Christmas.
This is the 5th year this company has done the decorating. The owner told me it never gets old. However, he says it can be tough to get into the Christmas spirit more than 2 weeks or a month in advance. It seems that the decorations here are right on time for people. A little Christmas, even though what they have on their minds right now is Thanksgiving. Reporting live at San Antonio International Airport, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Around the country, Thanksgiving travel could be impacted by a cross-country storm and other severe weather targeting major East Coast airports.
Liz Landers in our nation's capital with the latest on this travel rush.
From Los Angeles International Airport To LaGuardia, an estimated 55 million Americans will travel for the Thanksgiving holiday this week, but trips could be impacted by severe weather. The FAA expects 50,000 flights the day before Thanksgiving. After major holiday travel chaos last year, the Department of Transportation says they're working closely with airlines monitoring weather.
While we can't control the weather, we will also be using every tool at our disposal to keep cancellations and delays as low as possible in the first place.
Hail already hitting Louisiana overnight, and heavy rain, wind, and snow expected on the East Coast today. ABC meteorologist Samara Theodore.
Tuesday evening, a lot of folks by this point have already started their holiday vacation and they're planning on hitting the roads along the I-95 corridor. That's when we're going to see the heaviest rain from Atlanta into D.C. right on up into New York City.
Some good news, though, for the 49 million Americans who are expected to hit the road. AAA says renting a car will cost about 20% less this year, and that filling up at the pump should be less painful too.
A couple of bits of relief for road trip travelers are that gas prices are lower than this time last year, in many states significantly lower.
And a bit of good news for air travelers. Authorities say cancellations for flights are down, with this year having the lowest cancellation rate of the last 5 years. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Back here at home, San Antonio Food Bank has always stepped up when it comes to helping those in need, and that's no different during the holidays. Food Bank helps around 100,000 families every week, and so far it's delivered around 10,000 turkeys for the holidays to those dealing with food insecurity. Food Bank President Eric Cooper says there are lots of ways people in San Antonio can help this Thanksgiving.
There's a huge opportunity for everyone to make a difference on Thanksgiving Day, and that's our annual Turkey Trot. So it's a 5K walk run, it's downtown. All the revenue from the Turkey Trot goes to help purchase turkeys for families.
If you want to register for the annual Turkey Trot, it's $45 if you sign up before Thanksgiving, $50 day of. If you'd like to donate, visit the link on your screen, safoodbank.org. If you need help from the San Antonio Food Bank, call the number on your screen. Jot this down or put it on your notes on your phone, 210-431-8326. Again, 431-8326. The Food Bank can also help you with SNAP benefits, finding immediate food assistance, and even job training opportunities.
And as we mentioned, Thanksgiving just around the corner, 2 days away. We have the annual Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner. Almost 600 turkeys being served. More than 25,000 people across our community. Now, this event is free, open to the public. Preparations for the amazing dinner are in full swing, and they continue up until Thanksgiving Day. Doors open 9 a.m. Thursday morning at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center.
There are thousands of people depending on it. I think the need is greater than ever, and there are so many people who aren't just alone but are struggling financially. A lot of homeless individuals, and everybody is welcome.
And if you need a ride, VIA offering free bus trips to and from the dinner. All right, we also want to give you a big heads up about city closures on Thanksgiving Day. City Hall and most municipal offices closed on Thursday as well as Friday. View of trash or recycling pickups on Thursdays. That is going to shift to Friday instead. City services like police and EMS, they're going to be operating as normal during the holiday, but other city services will be limited. Questions, concerns, confusion, just head to KSAT.com.
They're making room in the KSAT fridge today for the Thanksgiving meals that are coming for our staff, because we're going to be here too. 6:39, 54 degrees on your, what is it again, Tuesday morning.
All right, just ahead, millions of Texans living with a lung disease called COPD. Now, we're going to look at the symptoms and explain how it's a little different than COVID. Welcome back. November marks National Chronic Obstructive Pulmonary Disease, or COPD month. Now, COPD is caused by exposure to cigarette smoke and pollution. It works by obstructing airflow to the lungs, making it difficult for people to breathe, and it usually affects both lungs.
Do have therapies to help the symptoms, but it's a permanent condition.
All right, and speaking of the symptoms of the disease, that includes cough, chest tightness, wheezing, shortness of breath, and fatigue. The big thing about these symptoms with COPD, they don't go away.
We really, really encourage everyone that has symptoms, respiratory symptoms, that has some history of smoking or chemical exposure, to really seek medical advice and say, hey, can I be checked for COPD?
So this is a very widespread disease. About 12.5 million Americans currently live with COPD. And according to the American Lung Association, COPD rates higher in Texas. Across our state, more than 1.3 million adults have been diagnosed, which makes up about 6% of the national cases.
Okay, 644, 54 degrees.
All right, let's check out with the roadways. RJ, you were saying there's a lot going on today.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, Max, because things have actually shifted a little bit during our 5 o'clock hours. Pretty busy. 6 o'clock, things have definitely calmed down out there. As you can see, we have pretty smooth sailing right now throughout most of the city. 281 Loop 410 traffic looking good out there on our TransGuide traffic cameras. Do have an accident to let you know about off the highway, but still Wurzbach Parkway, obviously a well-traveled street or area through our entire city. Right there at Perrin Vital Road, crash there. But the rest of the city, things looking really good right now. Right now would be a great time to head out, work, whatever it is that you're going to get done here during your Tuesday morning. Be a good time to head out because we are not seeing very much traffic out there right now, or very much incidents to speak of. So people behaving themselves this morning on the roads. As we take one more quick look at TransGuide, 37 Alamo Dome. Traffic looking good there. 37 at Loop 410. We got smooth sailing throughout the city right now. We like it this way.
Any last minute trips to HEB going to be required here?
Ooh,
yes.
Dealing with the crowds, yes.
Okay.
100%
Yeah.
yes.
We are wrapping up No Shave November slowly but surely. The man KSAT still growing out facial hair for a great cause. 12 cancer foundations. If you'd like to donate, scan the QR code or go to ksat.com/noshave.
All right, taking a look at the leaderboard. I don't feel comfortable saying this.
Okay, I will. Max is way out ahead in first. That's an old leaderboard.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, because Justin.
Justin's jumped up exponentially.
Yeah, well over $1,000, and you were up to about $46.95.
Okay.
Anyway, Max is way out ahead.
But who's counting?
He is number one.
Hey, I'll bet 685. That one's wrong there. That was 685.
Number one in the country, number one in our hearts as well. And
you still have time to step up and help donate, by the way.
KSAT team is number one in the country right now.
Absolutely. So we were talking earlier, Christmas still around the corner. Mm-hmm. You already put up the decorations.
The outdoor decorations, yes, indeed. If you have outdoor decorations, look at, speaking of which.
That's not your house.
Beautiful. No, that's not my house.
It's very impressive if it were, though.
That's really impressive. Somebody took a long time.
That's Yvonne's house.
Yeah.
She's one of our loyal viewers over
in the west side.
Near SeaWorld.
Yeah, near SeaWorld.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, ready to go. That's very pretty. How many extension cords are out there? That's what I want to know. Thank you very much for that picture, Yvonne, and love the decorations. All right, a few clouds have decided to kind of scooch on in here, and that combined with the wind is helping to hold temperatures up somewhat. 14-mile-per-hour winds out there at the airport, 23 New Braunfels. And again, I mean, this is just really, it's blustery out there. Hopefully, if you keep saying all morning long, hit those inflatable decorations, hopefully you deflated them overnight. 24-mile-per-hour winds there at the airport and 25 at Lost Maples. Those are the wind gusts. So here's the satellite picture right now. We had a few of these clouds here and then just a couple of little leftovers right in behind right now. And that's what we are seeing. But those are going to be clearing on out of here. Around the country, if you have travel plans in and around Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, some of the bigger hubs there, Nashville, and then heading off to the east, you're going to run into potentially some delays because of the weather, and this is all going to be shifting east. So then we're looking at Charlotte and obviously everything up around the northeastern, all those airports up there later on today. But then this all shifts off to the east, and tomorrow there's not going to be much of anything going on as far as the weather around the country. So if you are heading out on the road or maybe flying out, should be pretty good as far as weather is concerned tomorrow. Notice how a lot of cold air has now started to work its way back down to the south, and all this cold air is just going to continue to sort of ooze across the country, and that's going to keep us on the cooler side throughout the foreseeable future. Yesterday, of course, we got up to 82, that anomaly right after the front moved on through here, but yeah, we're not going to be seeing anything that looks like that for, like I said, at least the foreseeable future around the area. So Thursday, a couple of showers are possible. Not very likely at all. We're going to have a lot of clouds around here. Start to clear out somewhat later on in the afternoon, and then Jump ahead to the weekend. Friday looks fantastic. The weekend, then, we do have a little bit better chance for a couple of showers around here later in the day on Saturday. Now, again, this paints with sort of a broad brush, so it's not going to be everywhere nor constantly, but just a couple of them out there. Saturday going into Sunday as well, and just basically cloudy skies, but also staying on the cool side. Then, as we go into Monday, we've got another front that's going to move on through here, and that's going to reinforce this cooler air that stays in place. So high temperatures well below normal. Normal high right now is 70 degrees and the normal low is in the upper 40s. So a couple of days will be a little bit on the warm side of things as far as low temperatures are concerned. But then that gets kind of pushed away by more fronts, and boy, what a great looking forecast. You know, nice and cool out there, jacket, sweater weather, perfect on Thanksgiving. You eat a lot, you go outside, that helps to, you know, kind of ease the full stomach.
Right.
You have to work it off.
Have you picked out your sweater and apron combo yet? And do
No,
they match?
I really haven't yet.
Okay.
So.
You got to color coordinate. I mean,
Right.
look at this.
Right. And I know you've been itching to break out the corduroy pants, too.
You're right.
I was joking.
No, I'm
okay. You're
He
serious.
wasn't. Yeah,
It was okay. 650, 54 degrees.
All right, so like Mike Osterhage, most of us ready for Turkey Day. Some ready to shop this weekend, tomorrow on GMSA. How you can save money and still get what you want with a holiday budget.
Outside with live cam, yes, corduroy pants kind of weather, especially in the mornings around here. The sun is up, and you're watching GMSA.
The Edgewood ISD Police Department is making this Thanksgiving extra special for families. What it means for those getting meals, coming up on GMSA at 9.
Don't forget, you can still donate a new pair of shoes or socks to a child in need with the SAPD Share the Shoes campaign. We're teaming up with Zapatos and San Antonio Police to raise awareness about this collection drive. You can brighten a child's day by donating, and with your help, we can make sure all children have proper footwear. You can give the gift of shoes today by donating at any SAPD substation. I think our deadline is December 12th.
That's right, and you kind of saw a little map there of all the substations.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the map RJ's been using through the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Wasn't the Coyote out there with you, Max?
He was.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the Coyote got Max's autograph.
Oh, of course. Who wouldn't? Okay, taking a look here at traffic. One last check. It's been a pretty good hour here, honestly, from 6 to 7. Have not seen much going on here. It was very busy during our 5 o'clock hour, but things have definitely slowed down. We still have that crash taking place there. Wurzbach Parkway, Perrin-Beitel gets off the highway, but still, Wurzbach Parkway, a very traveled road there. So traffic looking pretty good throughout the rest of the cities. We take you outside TransGuide traffic cameras. You can see that we have smooth sailing. I-10 Hildebrand had some issues there a little bit earlier. That has all been cleared out. 1604 Military Drive, that has been cleared out there as well, as we see a lot of traffic kind of making your way through that area. One thing I did want to let our viewers know about is that last week when I did a story about the 1604 expansion project, there were a lot of concerns about all the construction taking place there. They said that they would not be doing any of that major construction or road closures out there throughout Thanksgiving week, and also they're going to limit that throughout the holidays. So
That's
something to keep in mind if you have to head out.
Good
that
news,
area.
RJ.
All right, heading out this morning, make sure you grab a jacket. And you're probably going to need it throughout most of the day. We do have a few clouds out there right now. Those are going to be clearing on out. Temperature has been holding pretty steady this morning, thanks to the wind, thanks to the cloud cover. And speaking of wind, 20-mile-per-hour winds right now at the airport, 21 at New Braunfels. The gusts right now pushing 30 at the airport, and it's settled a bit around New Braunfels, but it was gusting to 37 just last hour, and it's going to be windier this morning. Still a decent breeze today, 63. That's it, and with that breeze out there, plenty of sunshine, good looking day, but again, jacket's a pretty good idea, and yeah, you can pull out the sweaters and all that all week long. Beautiful weather tomorrow. Again, a few more clouds on Thursday. Good looking on Friday, and then some more clouds over the weekend, a couple of showers.
All right, Max, thanks for sitting in with us for the last couple of days.
It's been an honor. I'll see you back here at 9.